in research, generally almost all the scholars, they get confused as to which statistic they should use to test their null hypothesis. If a scholar knows the rules, then he or she can easily determine which statistic should be used to test the hypothesis, to test the actually null hypothesis, and to draw inference, right. There are numbers of tests like Z test, T test, say F test, X square test. These are all tests which are known as inferential tests, right. To inferential test means through which we can draw any inference. So, today with this video I am going to explain to you what is large sample test, or we call it Z test, right. Large sample test is also known as Z test. Now, suppose if we draw a sample following the normal, say following the normalcy rule, I mean normal probability rule, and if we know the population mean and population standard deviation or variance, right. So, population mean is mu, population standard deviation is sigma, and the sample which is drawn from that population, which is large in number we call it statistically that it should be more than 30, right, 30 or more than 30. If the sample size is 30 or more than 30, then we call it large sample, right. So, if we draw a sample which is more than 30 or more than 30, and its mean is suppose x bar, and its say standard error or standard deviation is sigma upon root n, then that sample will follow the normalcy or normal distribution, provided normal distribution, right. That does not mean that the population will also be having the normal nature, right. Irrespective of that, if we know the standard deviation of the population, then we can easily draw any conclusion about the sample through which we can infer about the, or we can draw any inference about the population, right. So, if the sample size is more than 30, then we should use Z test, right. This is what is the simple rule. Now, Z test is used in two situations. First situation we call it Z test for one sample. One sample test, Z test for one sample means there is a population, say suppose Panchkula Banumali College is the population, and we draw a sample from that population, and we want to know whether the sample's mean is equal to the population mean. This is only what we want to know. So, suppose sample mean is equal to population mean. For example, say suppose the sample's age, population age is say 25, right. Now, I draw a sample which is suppose of 40 in nature. Suppose the n is 40, and say suppose when we find out the sample's mean, age mean, we find that it is 24. Now, we want to know whether the sample's mean is statistically equal to the population mean, which is 25, right. This is where we should use Z test, right. So, in the case of Z test, if we know the population standard deviation, population variance, and if we draw a sample following the probability nature, then we should use Z test. In this type of say situation, we should use the formula Z is equal to x bar minus mu. Mu means population of the mean of the population, x bar minus sample means sample mean minus population mean upon sigma upon root n. Sigma is standard deviation of the population, sigma upon root over n. Here n is size of the sample. I repeat, Z is equal to x bar minus population means, that means mu, upon sigma upon root over n. Here sigma is standard deviation of the population, mu means mean of the population, x bar means mean of the sample, and n here means the size of the sample, right. So, whenever here also we can test one tail test, we can have one tail test and we can have two tail test. One tail test means the hypothesis would be, say suppose mu is equal to 120 or mu is equal to or not is equal to any figure, and if it is two tail, and in case of one tail the formula the hypothesis would be, say mu is greater than or lesser than any figure. So, greater than and lesser than any figure means the mean of that population, right. So, this is how we test for one sample, right. So, one sample means a single sample drawn from a single population, right, and there in one sample test we are interested to find out whether the sample mean is equal to the population mean. The second way or second aspect where we can find out where we should use Z test is two independent sample mean. Two independent sample means if there are two subpopulations whose variance are known, if there are two populations whose variance means standard deviation are known, variance means S square or sigma square. So, if we know the variance of the two population, say suppose two population in the sense suppose BPED students one population, MPED students another population, and if we know the variance of BPED students, says variance means S square or sigma square, if we know the sigma square of the BPED, if we know the sigma square of the MPED, and if we draw sample from these two sections, that means BPEDs and MPEDs which are more than 30 or which are more than 30, sample size is 30 or more than 30, and say suppose we want to find out whether both the samples are sample means are equal, right. Here with the say assessing the sample mean, with judging the sample mean, with evaluating the sample mean, we can draw the inference that the population mean are equal, right. So, suppose if we know if we find, or rather we can find that say sample A BPED's population is equal to MPED's population, BPED sample is equal to MPED sample, BPED samples mean is equal to population MPED sample mean. With this we can say that BPED population and MPED population both are same. Here if we know the variance of the sample, if we know the mean of the sample, or if we can find out the mean of the sample and standard deviation of the sample, then the formula would be to find out the difference between both the samples. The formula would be x1 bar minus x2 bar upon standard error of x1 bar minus x2 bar. I repeat, z is equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar upon standard error of x1 bar minus x2 bar. Now, how to find out standard error of x1 bar minus x2 bar? So, standard error of x1 bar minus x2 bar can be calculated by using the formula whole under root sigma 1 square upon n1 plus sigma 2 square upon n2, right. So, sigma 1 square, sigma means I said standard deviation of the population. So, sigma 1 square upon n1 plus whole under root sigma 1 square upon n1 plus plus sigma 2 square upon n2, right. So, the formula of z would be x1 minus x2 upon whole under root, I repeat, x1 minus x2 upon whole under root sigma 1 square upon n1 plus sigma n2 sigma 2 square upon n2. I repeat, z is equal to x1 minus x2 upon whole under root sigma 1 square upon n1 plus sigma 2 square means standard deviation of the another population, sigma 2 square upon n2. Here also we can test one, or we can have one tail test, two tail test. One tail test can be mu A is equal to mu B, or sorry, two tail test would be, hypothesis of two test would be say H0 colon mu A is equal to mu B, H0 colon mu A is not equals to mu B. In the case of one tail test, the hypothesis would be H1 colon mu A is greater than or lesser than mu B, right. So, accordingly we need to find out the critical value from the table, right. Accordingly the critical region will change. For in the case of two tail, it will be distributed in both the end. In the case of one tail, it will be either right tail or left tail, right. Right tail means more than, left tail is less than. This is what is large sample Z test. Simple thing is Z test can be used in both two situations. In the case of one sample drawn from one population, and there we want to know whether the through sample we try to find out whether sample mean is equal to the population mean or not. And in the case of but provided the sample size should be 30 or more than 30. And in the second case, if the Z test is done for two independent samples where the population variance are known, right. Suppose two different samples populations are there. From there two samples are drawn, individual samples are drawn, sample A, sample B, but the sample size should be more than 30 or more than 30, and the population variance are known to us. Population mean and population variance should be known to us. Basically, population variance should be known to us because we in the formula we need sample mean, right. This is what is Z test.